And start the clock, folks. Start the clock. Let's see how long until we see a post about how this has been removed from the Steam platform, and then everybody's going to be freaking out about censorship again, because it's totally going to happen. There's no way in hell this is going to end up on the Steam platform unless it gets extremely censored, and at that point, what's even the point? But yes, for those that missed it, Kagura Games has announced that the legendary Rance series is coming to Steam. I know some of you out there that are probably questioning, what is even Rance? There's going to be a part of you out there that'll be going, holy hell yeah, I cannot wait to have to go to another website in order to download the patch to uncensor it. And then there's going to be part of you out there that'll be going, this is not going to happen. Some of you out there that'll be in sort of my area of thinking of, I don't even think this is going to happen, but let's get into the news first, and then I'll get into my opinion on things, because some of you people don't care about my opinion. Shame on you. You just want to know the news. So let's get into the news. From Kagura Games, they say, we are thrilled to announce that we are partnering with Alice Soft and Mega Gamer to bring their legendary Rance series to Steam. We will be bringing the following titles to Steam: Rance 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 4, Quest Magnum, and Sengoku Rance. We hope you are as excited as we are, and we hope that you wishlist the games on Steam to stay updated on future announcements. And they have the trailer that you've seen there a minute ago. And yeah, if you click over to Steam, it's real. It's actually there. The first listing we have is 1 and 2. We have this next listing, which is 3. And then the final listing they have so far is 9. It's actually on the, it's physically there. It's physically on the website. Now, first things first, because some of you out there probably don't even know what Rance is, so let me get you full, an idea of it. I'm not fully, versed in Rance. I just know of it. I watched the animated series. I haven't actually played the games. I've been wanting to, because I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I think the humor that was in the actual anime was pretty darn good. But yes, for those that don't know what the series is about, it follows a guy named Rance. And Rance is this warrior that has an insatiable desire for women. If women are in danger, he will go to save them because, yes, he wants to bang them. Whether they, and here's where we have the problem with Steam, whether they want to or not, he will go after them. This guy is an utter scumbag. And that's the joke of the series. And that's sort of what's made it so popular. And it's pretty much been a massive hit in Japan. It's had a lot of success overseas. This is something that has inspired so many other things. It feels like Konosuba if Kazuma was a scumbag that actually forced himself upon the women. But that's sort of the gist of it. And I think every single one of these games has sort of had a different gameplay itself loop. It's not just a visual novel of him banging them. There's a loop. Some of them have a tactic style gameplay. Some have turn-based stuff. But it all centers around, again, the idea of this guy that's a scumbag, another scumbag, which again gets into the sort of issue of this being on the platform itself. And I kind of question if it is all just a ploy for advertisement. That yes, because depending on the game, 20, 30, 50% of the game is adult content, they're going to have to gut a lot of these games. So much of these games being put onto Steam will be literally half the file size. Because, not half the file size, but so much of the content is going to be gutted just for it to be allowed on the platform. And then, as most would assume, which happens to most of these games, they're going to have a patch offline somewhere else. Some other website is going to have the uncensored patch that you will then apply to the game that you're getting on Steam, and then suddenly it's the intended game that everybody's expecting. This story about Rance and his scumbaggery. That's the only way that we could probably see this even being possible. And then at that point, the question is, will it get through the approval process? Because even if these games are extremely censored and they remove a lot of stuff out of it, I think the question mark that I have is how do you censor the dialogue? Because again, this guy is nasty. And there's a lot of from what I understand, a lot of jokes circling around the idea of forcing himself upon women, taking women for whenever he wants to. That kind of thing is in dialogue form. It's not necessarily here's a cutscene with something that's raunchy. It's really in how he talks, which, yes, we've seen in a lot of cases with censorship on the platform of Steam. A lot of it has to do with not liking forced interactions. I'm being nice for the sake of YouTube here, obviously. Forced interactions between two people. That stuff is being, taken off of the platform. Yes, inconsistently, but it's happening. And with a lot of the humor and the scumbaggery of this character, you would assume that's going to be something that's going to flag somebody as being very inappropriate and not be allowed on the platform. So there's like the 2 question marks that I have. The first thing first that I really want to question is, what's the point? What is even the point of even trying to have this on the platform? Because it will be so gutted with the censorship that unless somebody goes and gets the uncensored version, the game is so neutered. Like the dialogue and the humor and everything is so removed from the product to make it allowable on the Steam platform that it's almost like a broken experience. Not that, again, there's not everything in this game is just the raunchiness. There's still a gameplay loop within it, but it makes you kind of wonder. Which that gets into sort of a theory that I have on maybe the potential reason why they're even attempting this. Which, again, I kind of question if it's even going to happen. I kind of wonder if the reason they're even attempting this is just for advertisement. It was sort of the same joke that I made about Brown Dust 2. When Brown Dust 2 got announced for Steam, I'm not sure if I made a video on it or not. I made a comment that I think this is only advertising. Like, there's no way this is going to end up on the platform. With how much censorship's happening on Steam, a lot of games like Brown Dust 2, Rance, a lot of games like this are just not allowed on the platform anymore. They've proven that they don't want this stuff on the platform. I mean, even like that Lover's Kiss game or whatever, it's like, that's not even bad. And that got removed. That got disapproved. That got kicked off the platform. How do you expect Rance to be on the platform? Crazy conspiracy theory here, but I almost wonder if these companies are now trying to use this as a method to advertise their game elsewhere. Let's throw 3 titles onto the platform. We'll let it go through approval process. They'll reject it. And then we'll say, don't worry, people, it's over here. I'm only saying this because there's only 3 listings. They've announced several games, but only 3 of them are listed on the platform. Now, granted, that could be because a lot of these are available elsewhere already, and they're still working on the other ones. Again, I'm not fully familiar with like the availability of all this stuff, but that's where my conspiracy theories is going. That this is all just a ploy to get it banned off of Steam and then go, don't worry, it's over here. And then they get like this extra flood of people that will support the product because Steam censorship. I don't know. Crazy theory here, but that's just sort of that's where I'm going right now, is that I don't feel like these will work on the platform. And I think they know that too. I think they fully know that. Either way, in the end, if it does get a lot on the platform, if they're able to censor it enough, thankfully, most likely they will have some sort of patch elsewhere. And hopefully they don't charge for that as well. But that's typically what happens. Like I did that with Fruit of Gosaya. Fruit of Gosaya was sort of a similar situation there. You had to get it elsewhere. The sucky thing about Fruit of Gosaya is that I bought the physical edition and that was censored. Physical edition shouldn't be. Physical edition shouldn't be. Anyways, we'll see how it turns out. I have little hope for this happening. I think a lot of people are sort of... I like this video right here. A lot of people are kind of sharing my opinion here, where it's like, yeah, you're probably going to turn on the game, get like 3 dialogue boxes, then it kicks you back to the beginning of the game or the desktop. Like nothing even happens. It's so like censored because of the nasty dialogue with the character himself. Not even just H scenes. Just the dialogue itself is so censored that it's just like 3 cut scenes and then it goes back to the beginning and you're done. That would be great. Yeah, this was great too. Starting now, the Rance series will become a wholesome, cute adventure RPG series that children can enjoy too. Steam platform, it must be safe for the children. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But that's the news. We'll see how this goes. Again, start the clock. I have no doubts this is gonna. Even in this trailer, they kind of show they're going to have some visuals. Unless this is just stock footage, they have something. Yeah, this is gonna get. This isn't gonna happen. I'm convinced this isn't gonna happen. It's so not gonna happen. This is all a ploy for advertising. But anyways, we'll see. Hope you guys found this video informative. Hope you found it entertaining. If you did, hit the like button down below. If you like this content, you want to support more, become a member of the channel. Until next time, y'all take care.